What's going on with everybody, man? One life, one chance, like I always say. We only got one chance to do this right. So everybody, I hope everybody's being productive, staying blessed, and let's get everything we want to get done accomplished in life, man. We only got one chance to do this, so let's do it. So I'm gonna answer a couple more questions from some subscribers that they asked me some very good questions. So I had to take my time to really think about them. So let's get to it, man. I want to honor all my subscribers' requests, man, because it's helping me open up more dialogues and rethink and reconsider a lot of things that's been going on lately. And plus, it helps me refresh my mind. So the first one he asked, he goes, "What was the first meal that I ate when I got out?" Trust me, it was very simple. I was a nervous wreck the night before that I was paroling. I didn't eat that night, and I didn't even eat that morning. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people parole, and they always left around like 5 or 6 in the morning. I didn't leave till 12, 1 o'clock. They didn't come pick me up. I waited that long just sitting there on my bunk staring at my TV in a bitch, just like, man, like, is this going to happen or what? Only because I was already thinking that I was going to get picked up by the DA anyways for a charge that I was kind of thinking that was going to hit me. They were going to hit me with. They never did. They threatened me about it for a couple of years, which I'll talk about it later, and I'll talk about it more in the book. So when I finally walked through that metal detector and I see my mom and the homegirl at the time that were picking me up, I set my bags down and I kind of looked both sides. I go, no way, they're not here. And I just screamed like, hell yeah, I'm free. And then I ran to my mom. My mom gave me a hug, and then I grabbed the homegirl, gave her a kiss. And then I walked out the facility towards the car, and I started looking both ways again, like, they gotta come pick me up. I know they're gonna come pick me up. They never did. And once I got in that back seat, there used to be a myth in YA in Preston, because Preston was built. There's a castle right there, and everybody used to say, like, if you look back at that castle when you parole, you're gonna come back. So I was telling myself in the backseat of that car, don't look back at the prison. And so I kind of just stared out the road the whole time. That way I could say, I didn't look back, so doesn't mean I'm coming back. And my mom and my homegirl were like, well, what do you want to eat? I was like, I don't know. I haven't ate since last night. Just give me anything for now. And then my mom was like, well, I made you a home-cooked meal at home. And, I love my mom's home-cooked meals, man. I love her tortillas because she made them like my grandma, rest in peace. And my grandma always made homemade tortillas that were probably the best in the world. That's everybody's grandma. Everybody's grandma always makes the best food. It's like they got that Midas touch, that love. So she was already making me a home-cooked meal. So in the meantime, I wound up she just stopped at McDonald's and she bought me 7 egg McMuffins. And I ate 7 egg McMuffins in about an hour. Tore them down, and I was still hungry. And then when I got home, she made me my home-cooked meal. She knows I like papas con chorizo. That's always been my favorite, or chorizo con frijoles. Like, I'm not really a fan of chorizo con huevos. It was always had to be papas con chorizo. That was just always my thing. So she made tortillas, papas con chorizo. She showed me my room. She gave me the clothes that she had bought me. And then my homegirl took me out that night, and I didn't come home. So you already know how that happened. So that's pretty much what I ate my first time out. My morning cup of Joe. Now, the other question is, do I regret joining, prison gangs? Could I have chosen if I could go back and change it, would I just live a normal life? Or would I still continue to live the crime life? Honestly, I think for a lot of us that have, when we reach this point, we always tell ourselves, like, yeah, man, I would have liked to have done things different. But I don't regret none of it. Because going through that years of prison, I think it changed me mentally to where I came out. Now I think twice about what I do before I do it. Back then, I didn't really care. I'd shoot anybody. I'd rob anything. I'd burglarize any home. I was using every drug you can possibly think of that was right there on that table. But I was having fun. I had a lot of fun in my life. And I got a lot of life experiences that I have yet to talk about and share with you guys. So I didn't live the normal life. But it's funny now that I sit here and sometimes back then I used to be like, man, that life's for the squares, man. That's square shit. I lived a thug life, bro. We were always proud to say that, we're gang members, man. We live different. We have fun. It really is just, it wasn't the fun that we thought That it's not the fun that everybody else has. It was the fun we thought we were having. But sometimes now I come out here and I look at these normal people, and a lot of these normal people are doing way better than me. And I'm over here looking at normal people that normalize the regular aspects of life doing way better than me. And I sit here and think about it like, man, I used to look down at these people and call them squares and call them nerds, and they're more gangster than me. You don't know how many friends that I've shook hands with, grown men out here that got 2-3 story houses, 4 cars in their driveway, pools, taking care of their kids, got a beautiful wife. And here I am, just so the basic essentials that I have, working towards that, started from the bottom. So I look at it like, man, yeah, we can sit here and regret oftentimes that we could have made better choices in life. But I think that all that matters now is that we're making those better choices now. It's never too late. So no, I don't regret it. No, I don't wish I lived a normal life, because I had fun. I always made the best of it. But my biggest flaw in my personality is that I was always trying to become that guy, that big dude. I always was striving for positions of power. And I still have a problem with that to this day. I'm still, when I'm on my free time, on my leisure time, I'm still reading, books about power, the 48, the laws of humanity, the 7 habits of of an effective thinker. I'm reading books like that every day because I'm always trying to sharpen myself and present myself in the highest regard towards people. I don't know why. It's always just been my pet peeve that I like to be perceived in a certain way, in a certain fashion, and it destroys me mentally and emotionally when I'm not. So I practice on myself every day. So no, I don't regret none of it, and I wouldn't change nothing because I'm living a normal life now. I go to work like everybody else. I pay bills just like everybody else. I have responsibilities just like everybody else. And I still have room to grow and learn from everybody else. So that's how I look at it now, is that everything's a learning experience now, and that everybody else that seems normal now are teaching me some of the things that I need to know in life to grow and expand. So, no, I don't regret nothing. The last question he asked me was, am I in bad standings with the NF? And if back then, would I had still continued to be part of the gang, or just still PC up like I did? Yes, I'm in bad standings with them. It's because there's a big difference. A lot of people nowadays, a lot of the youngsters are not fully educated. When it comes to the Norteño struggle, you had what they call degenerates. Northerners who just walked away from the lifestyle, went SNY, just disassociated themselves from the gang aspect world. Those were, and paperwork and proper teachings, those are called bandidos, degenerates, individuals that defected. Then you had individuals like myself who had status for years on end. There's a separate BNL for that. BNL meaning bad news list, which is called an NGN list, a no good Norteño list. These are individuals who have been stripped of their status, that know too much information, and our primary target is because we're considered a threat to the safety and security of Norteños in the prison system and on the streets because of the knowledge that we know and the damage that we can do. Because a lot of individuals in my position, they're becoming like Nuevo Flores or other infiltrating groups and can shake things up and cause a lot of damage, irreparable damage. Then you have the dropouts, which were familianos or ex-M. Those are the individuals that only the familianos or black hands can take care of. Regular Norteños really can't take care of them. That's not their business. That's not their policies. They have to die at the hands of a familiano, of a carnal. See, my situation is they can send individuals with status to come get me, or they can have a familiano come get me. But to have a northerner come get me, it wouldn't do nothing to their status or give them any type of reputation or strikes, because it's none of their business. I was part of a different struggle. I was part of a different movement, as you would say. So it automatically put a primary target on my back for the amount of knowledge that I have in my head, for the individuals who I work for, that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a big target on my back, and I live with that every day of my life that I'm out here. But I don't hide my face. I never have. I think whatever happens for a reason. If it's in God's plan, it's in God's plan. There's nothing I could do about it, because karma does come around. What goes around comes around, and I understand that I hurt a lot of people, so it might just come back. So I got to live with that every day I walk out them doors to go to work. But would I stay GP or would I still PC up? I don't think it really makes a difference. So the thing about it is I'm always going to apply myself no matter what I'm a part of, what I invest myself in, whether it's just normal things in life or whether it's for a street gang or a prison gang or STG group. I learned to apply myself and become something no matter what. I've never just been an individual just to be at the bottom, to do the bare minimum, like I said before, just to be told what to do. No, I learned to apply myself because I learned what I'm capable of, what I could do. So yeah, I did try to fight for my career, being a norteño with status. But when you become an individual with status and realize the difference between an individual having status and one that's just a regular northerner, being stripped of my status and going back and having to pay fines, only to do more removals and just be just a regular individual, it's a blow to the ego. And I don't think I could have lived with that because I earned that status from everything that I've done on the streets and everything that I did in prison. So yeah, I think it would have been a different story, me going back, if they would have stripped me from my status and say, yeah, you're just a regular northerner now. I don't think I could have lived with that. So yeah, probably I probably would have just said, you know what, let's go to SNY because I learned a lot from my brothers. I met a lot of good individuals in jail that have taught me some great things. So all I did was take the best of both worlds and I applied them together and I created something far more different for myself. See, I can think like actives and I can think like SNYs. See, but I can also think for myself. I learned that's what the SNY, that's what people fail to realize. The SNY will teach you how to think for yourself. Yeah, I understand this other guy gives a bad perception being that he's the founder and president. He makes it seem like he's in control of everything, but he's really not. Individuals on the SNY, we learn throughout time that we can think for ourselves. And I think that's probably been the biggest aspect of my life that I've got to learn as of lately is that I have the possibilities now to think for myself. So you ask yourself that same question. Would you rather be GP where all you're doing is receiving orders coming from the top and you really can't question it? Or would you rather go SNY and think for yourself and just have to worry about individuals trying to infringe on your program? Not that I'm encouraging individuals to go from the GP to SNY, because nah, I think what you stand firm in and what you believe in is what you should strive for and sacrifice for. Whether it's active prison gangs or SNYs, STG groups, it doesn't matter. It's your choice. You're more than welcome to do and please as you deem fit and necessary for your own life. I'm just doing what's important for my life now. So with that being said, man, I hope I answered all you guys' questions. I got a couple more that I'm going to get to, and then I'm going to do the breakdown on Boxer. It's just the thing with Boxer, the video I want to do about Boxer is I have to go do some research. That way I can provide you with insightful information that helps elaborate my argument and my perception on the video itself. So with that being said, man, one life, one chance. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.